Hello. I'm almost on time, am I? Ooh, 2 minutes late. It's not bad for me. What's the light on? Right, let's give it a minute or two to see if anybody's going to join me. Got a new chair, look. It's brilliant. Just sit and rock while I'm waiting. If you're here, can you say hello? I'm looking over to the side because that's where my computer or my laptop is. It's nice, I can sit here all day and do this. Right, it looks as if I got a few watching, so if one of you says hello, I shall get started. For those who don't know me, I'm sure most of you do, I'm Terry. I've got a little business called Terry B Fantasy Crafts, and I stock a lot of, well, I stock all of Magic Graphics CDs, and I do a lot of workshops. Right, morning Tanith, morning Maria, oh, morning Linda, good day. So is that going to be, I've got to take 8 hours out. You're up at, no, this is about the right time for you, isn't it, Angeline? So, hi Beverly. Right, I think we've got quite a little number. This is on repeat anyway, so morning Penny. Right, I don't know what sort of mess this camera is going to show you this morning. Oh, not too bad. I've cleared enough out of the way. Hi Sue, how are you? All right? Okay, so mixed media. Mixed media, morning Lucy. Mixed media doesn't have to be messy. It doesn't. It can be. A lot of people see mixed media as actually 8:30. Well, not bad then. I did it quite right then today. Out for Linda. Right, yes, as I was saying, I'm going to come back in because I'm going to just be talking to the table otherwise. Okay, so it doesn't have to be messy, as I said. In a lot of cases it is. When you hear mixed media, people think of bits of wood and paste and messy hands on canvases, on wood, just sort of messy stuff to get your hands into and come out with them looking white, black, or what have you. But it isn't, because yes, it is, but it doesn't have to be like that. Mixed media is just what it says. It's a coming together of two different medias. You can even strip it back down, right down to paints. It can be a mixture of you using acrylics and watercolors on the same substrate, if you want. So very quickly, I'm going to show you a few. Hi, Sally. A few instances. I was predominantly a card maker, and I did a lot of shows around the country selling supplies. As I say, mainly Magic Graphics, and it was Sweet Dixie dies at the time. So I made a few. I had to make cards, obviously, to show how you use the CDs, how you use the dies, etc. So I'm just going to show you a few of what can, in my opinion, be considered, or is, not considered, is mixed media. So I'm just going to stretch across here, and then I am going to bring it down so we can have a look. Okay. So the first one, these are all, actually they are all Magic Graphics images. So the first one is an easel card. Let's get that. So we've got the easel card, okay. Now I've also put a chain on there. It's mixed media. You're mixing a chain, you're mixing, this isn't ribbon, I can't remember what it's called, it's got wire in it. The cog I've got gilding wax on. So you've mixed your media straight away. Now that certainly wasn't messy, apart from sticking the chain on at the back, and I won't show you the back because it wasn't meant to be sent to anybody. It was just meant to stand up and you saw the images. Right, so the next one I have is this from Shard. Now to me this is also mixed media, because what I've done, I've got, I don't know if you can see that, there I've got some embossing powder that was I think at the time, I think it was called Fluffy Puffy stuff that Inkylicious sold. I've looked at for this, but it's been out of stock for ages, and you can feel texture, you can hear it on there. I'm not sure if that's coming up, but that was Starlight paint. They had Imagination Crafts, sorry. They had some, I can't remember what it was called, that you just sort of dabbed it on and it was nice and shiny. And I've even sort of embossed just with plain white along here. Now, mixed media, I've mixed them up. I think you get the thing now. And then we go into this from another Magic Graphics. This was my introduction, I think, to what I thought you have to do for mixed media. You have to have a canvas, which you don't. So I've literally printed that onto some tissue paper and Mod Podged it onto the canvas. So that's that one. I'll show you the other one last, because that's what I'm going to attempt to do this morning and keep it clean. Now, there's obviously lots of, you'll have seen and heard of things like Mod Podge, paste, antiquing creams, oh, there's crackle paste, crackle glaze, all crackle stuff. I've actually just sort of acquired some crackle paste, so that'll be like structure paste that'll sort of build, but it'll crack. I've got some crackle paint, so that'll paint on and be cracked, and then I got some crackle glaze which will go over stuff and be cracked. I don't want to overload you. Those, I would say, are things to sort of come in later. If you're going to start out with mixed media and you do want to keep it clean, then I would suggest Mod Podge, some gesso, ISO, and if you're going to be adventurous, some structure paste. Now I've got this from Imagination Crafts. This might be something you want to invest in at a later date to build up. Now what I'm going to do this morning is something I did, and I'm linking in the comments because I did a video. I'll show you. Right, I've got the dragon from A Dragon's Realm, and what I wanted was a bit of a Morning Donna, a bit of a volcano there. Whether I achieved or not is another thing, but it give it a bit of texture and a bit of structure. And the messiest thing about it is the black black gesso. Any black things are messy if you use too much, but you know, you can be careful with them, and I'll show you this morning what I do. Okay, so the actual one, I'm going to do a different version of it today, but if you actually want to see how I did that bit by bit, step by step, I've put a link to a video that I've got on YouTube so that it goes through the different stages so you can see that properly. So all I'm going to use, I'm not even going to use any structure paste. I've not done this before, so you know, with the way I'm going to do it, I don't need that. So yeah, let's get started. So I've got is a, is this 6x6? It looks small enough to be. Ooh, no, it's not even 6 inches. Don't know where I got that from. They sold it by 6x6. They diddled me. I'm going to put some cards on the bottom. Now, if I was using structure paste, I would definitely do this to keep to give it a bit more of a rigid. Keep it more rigid. As you can see with this one, I put a couple on there. It did buckle a bit, but it's pretty flat. And you've got the room to, once it's dry, to start manipulating it a bit. So let's get some, I'm going to do this with double-sided tape only because it's quicker and the glue won't seep out. So I've got extra strong tape. This is equivalent to the red stuff, but the beauty of this one is that it rips. Let me just see if I need to come in at all. No. Okay. Now, messy and messy, it depends what you define as messy, of course. To me, messy is sort of having plaster all over your hands and you have to wipe it off in between. But I do like mixed media and the effect. Oh, you see how strong that is? It's stuck to me. Okay, so what I normally do with these is just, I measured these roughly this morning because I didn't know up till about, well, an hour before what, I've had everything out. I'm just gonna, stick a bit of whatever this is on there. High tack. Sure you can see. Don't want to be fiddly with this. Now obviously you need to come under the ridge there to stick it down, and that's not quite right. That's probably not quite right. But it's going to do, yeah. I didn't do a very good job there, but what I can do is go over that with a marker. Create dragon scales. Vein sequins if you're doing a mess. Yeah, that's a great idea. I know you've got all the ideas for this, Susan Andrews. But can you imagine how long I'd take if I got to stick down sequins? Now that to me is messy. Right. I'm just going to, I am going to glue this one with my favourite glue, which is Cosmic Shimmer. And it's my favourite glue because it dries quickly and it does, and it gets stuck in the tube. Right, okay. What comes of being a jewellery maker, look. Wire all over the place. Not that I make jewellery now, but I've just been sort of going through everything because, you know, mixed media. Use that one again, another one. I was going through it all yesterday and I forgot on Sunday, I think I forgot I had a blowtorch. I'd be scared to death of that now. Can't believe I used to use it. If you're wondering what I used it for, it was silver clay and soldering. I was never very good at it, mate. Oh, for heaven's sake. That wire wasn't big enough, was it? I needed a thicker wire. You haven't tried that glue. It's on your shopping list. It's brilliant. It's not on the cheap side too, but I do like it. It dries quick. That's better. But it still gives you time to move things around. I stick quite a bit with it, to be honest. And a glue gun is too messy. I get home. I'm going to persevere with the glue gun. Because I like those tips that Sue gave us last night, if you watched a video about making scales and stuff out of glue. And yeah, I never thought of that before. Right, just going to stick it on here. What I find is it's better to do it this way. It's logical, I know, but when I first started doing these cards, I started guessing where half it was, and I forgot to only go halfway up. Right, this is a boring bit of the way now. Right, the next bit I'm going to try, I've never done before. I really probably should have done all this first. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some bubble wrap. I've never tried this. I've tried bubble wrap, but not. And that's it. Got some done. Oh. I've all got bubble wrap. I only want it halfway, so just going to cut it down quickly. So I can chop that off after. I just remembered I don't want it to size, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the middle. I've used it. I've used it. What have I used it on? Most of the stuff I've used, I think, is stuck on, but your embellishments are a lot bigger than mine. What I'll do, I'm going to try it now. I'm going to stick something to something. There we go. I stick it on a card. Go off there, I think. You put me off now. I'm going here. I've got a heart. We just have a little one. Stick it on something I can always cut around it after. Now if I put it on a big I'll put it on the card. I'm sure it'll come in useful after. So I've got a little, it's only a small one, mind. That's okay, Claire. You're having a good day. Yeah. I hate those days. So this is actually got a round, it's sort of curved, if you like. So I'm just going to put it around the outside and see. I'm sure I've used it, but I can't remember what the outcome was. I go back and forth between Mod Podge and this, or I use because that's curving, it's not going to stick, is it? I'm going to stick it up here because it's curving. It's one going to go on. No, it's not stuck. It's not dry yet, that's why. I'm going to just leave it there. I'm going to put a peg on it too. From my little Peter Rabbit box. Right. So if that don't stick it, then it don't work. Okay. Oh, nothing worse than problems with the neighbours. Oh, I say that I'm actually very lucky. Stuck by there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to have it a bit further up because you don't necessarily need it halfway. I'm actually going to sort of put a load of glue on. I'm going to go with Mod Podge. Don't ask me why. And I've probably got more Mod Podge than I've got this glue. If anybody does quilling, that's a brilliant glue for quilling because it catches the paper really quick, and if you decant it into one of the little bottles, it's really good. Yeah. So I'm actually going to get my Mod Podge and I'm going to, hi Bertha. Where did I say I was going to go with it? We'll go by there. As I said, I've never tried this before, but we'll see. So there's nothing really messy yet. Okay. What was I doing? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get that up a bit so that it's going to hold the card. That's what I wanted to do, is hold the card. Let's get it across there so that if it's not stuck down, then I'll, not because of the glue, it's because I've sort of put it down and picked it up and put it down with the clip. Come on back here. If you're careful, you won't make that mess. Oh, and there again. I've got to wipe these things up because I am the one that ends up with all bits on the back of the card. That's where my mess goes. There we are. See, now that'll stand the card up as well. Yeah, we do so learn. But I was one, I used to think I didn't. I wouldn't try anything. I think, oh no, how do you play? How do you play with stuff? But I must have, because I started doing bits and pieces like this. I was quite pleased with my volcano, even if it didn't look like one. Okay, so I'm just going to, well, the next part could be extremely messy, but it doesn't have to be. Oh, I gotta I'm gonna show you the antiquing creams I got as well. Right, so not quite there we go. Okay, so far so good, it's worked. Right. Metal embellishment. Yeah, it worked. So slide a bit, but it can come off. The glue hasn't quite stuck on it. So see how it is at the end. For what you were, I think you wanted it to glue down straight away, like with the glue gun, didn't you? So I'm not sure that that is going to be any good for what you want it for. But it'll be good for this. I shouldn't have used my pouch. Took me ages to find a good glue. Once I did have this one, I was okay with it. Otherwise, I would probably use the pinflester for Kalal, the decoupage thing. Okay, where are we? Now here's the what I think is the messiest piece, unless you've never embossed before, because I find that extremely messy. I prefer to do this than emboss. So I got some black gesso. You can actually use black acrylic paint, but gesso is going to be a lot better. Now, if you don't like mess and you're new to it, I would suggest getting one in a pot. When I was buying these, I didn't realize that they didn't come in a that they came in a pot. So stuff on your mat, then stick a piece of copy paper underneath. See, so far so good. I've got clean hands. I do the mess. It was just the poll that we had in the group was I would have spent more time faffing about with that. Right. If you put too much black gesso out, it will dry up. So unless you've got something else to use it on, as it happens, this is no sound. Oh, how did I manage that? Can you hear me now? How long ago was that? Audio quick. No sound. That's only a minute ago. Can anybody hear me? Oh, I don't know what to do without sound. What's that? Have I hit something? Let's drop box. Oh, it's back on, is it? Thank you. Thank you, Linda. After the raw, what raw? Oh, I'm not liking this now. My screen is gone. Oh, I'm back. Right, okay, thank you. Did you miss much? I was waffling on about gesso. And don't put too much out because it dries quickly. Black and white depending on whether you're using dark. Can hear me, okay. Right, okay, so I've got this, what I was going to say is I've got some left if I haven't dried up now. This, I did a mould of a cog and I had some dried up stuff left, so I just shoved it in, and obviously it's all cracked and yucky. So I thought, well, that's fine. I knew it was going to go like that, but I thought I can always use it for something. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to gesso this with black gesso because I can use this then for. I'm going to do half of it in black, and I'm going to leave the other half. The reason for my madness all will be revealed. Okay, so that one come in later. I think I've done that for now. I'm going to need some glue in there. There's my... No, don't use Mod Podge with this. Not on the edges anyway. And now I've got black on me because I touched it. Oops. There we go. I'm trying to do this without getting anything on me. Failed. I only had black on me now because of that. You see, black gesso is it can be very, very mucky. So I need that to sort of dry. And while that's drying, what I'm going to do is come back to this bit, okay? Intrigued only half. It's only to show you two different things. That's what it is. You put it there, out of the way. I should have done the whole. Yeah, it's only half because when I got halfway through, I thought, no, that wasn't what you were going to do. So I was just going to show you my creams, okay? These antiquing cream. Now these can be messy or they can be not messy, and we're going to go for the not messy bit. I don't want to be using too many brushes, or do I? Yeah, we'll have this one. Now you can actually put these on with your finger. I'm going to go for the blue one first because I'm going to put that on the black side. I'm just going to grip it out a little bit. It's not that messy actually, even if you put it on with your finger, because I tried it last night. Okay. I'm just going to rip that off because black will take over. And I'm going to put black antiquing cream on this side. I know I need a loud hairdryer. I don't have one. And those skin flint I bought, I got a nice heating tool. Anyway, I'm going to do some embossing so I can't have a couple of this, so that'll go on there. Just going to go in there a bit. Okay, so that's nicely done. Let me get this off my fingers so that we can see how messy I get, because that's really from the guess what I went wrong. And now I might be getting my what's it out, because that's not quite dry. Okay, so my not as loud as Sue's hair dryer. See, it's all melting, so it even smells like a volcano molten. It needs to come out a bit. It needs to be like that. Oh, not messy, and I got it all over the place. All over my dragon. That's because it wasn't dry properly. I failed. It's all melting now. Didn't think this went through, did I? Oh dear. I should have just gone with the messy stuff, shouldn't I? I'm afraid to have a look what happens. Look, my poor dragon's got mess on him. The sky. That's alright, I can be part of the no. And I got wet all over here now as well. Oh, it's just a disaster, but it's not a disaster because you can see how it's supposed to be. Right, how I was going to get stuff on here and heat it up. I have absolutely no idea, but I think it's going to actually, it's going to add to the character of it. And what you need to do really is just leave it to dry and don't faff. Okay, so I've seen somebody do this, but I'm not sure it works or it don't. But we might even go up in flames here. I'm going to use some acrylic glue on this to do the embossing. Let me get a piece of paper first. Two pieces of paper. Oops. Stand with it. I think you've jinxed this, Susan Andrews. Right. It's still not that messy. And if you're careful, more careful than I am, you wouldn't be. Okay, so let's put this under here. A bit of a mess in it. Okay, so now I'm going to just stick some glue all over the place, just in little sort of bits. I was going to use my new I got a oh, what's it called? An emboss it dabber. I was going to use that, but it's brand new and it's all going to go black with this paint, so I'm not going to bother with that. Just go on fire when you heat it. I'm just going to keep it by here for now. This is a first. Right, so I got some red embossing powder. Now, you could do as Sue was saying last night. Sue did a really good mixed media thing last night. I've had this so long, look, it's coming out in lumps. And you could use a glue gun and paint it. So, I know you can't see it, but I'm doing it this way because if I do it the other way, I'm going to get it in other places. Is that good enough? No, it's in stripes, isn't it? Oh, it'll look fine. Get that out of the way. I'm never as tidy as those people on television. It all goes over the floor, I'm sure it does on there. Ooh, look at that. Oh. So I always have 2 pieces of paper so that you can get the little bits that didn't go in, sort of. I'll just stop laughing now. Put that on top. And just rid them after. Right, here we go. Now, I have the water here with the brushes in case we go up in flames. Oops, you didn't hear that. This is going well, it's all melting into one another. Ooh. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, there was Maria, because Sue was sort of saying about using glue, because Sue uses glue for from the glue gun quite a lot, but she can get away with the strings come off when she does it. Go over the place when I do it. I'm thinking of flicking some acrylic paint on you as well. No, I won't. Give up while the going's good. Now this isn't anywhere near as good as the one I did, but that's too far up there. Oh, blimmin' heck. More glue. More glue. Don't use Mod Podge, doesn't work. I need this. I can't believe I said it doesn't have to be messy. Well, it doesn't, because you don't have to go this far with it, really. I've also got some mica powder. It's not red, but come on. It's sort of pinky red. What should I do? I take a very little bit to see if it'll work in. No. Doesn't like bubble wrap. Oh, actually, it's going in on that. If I put that in a little bit of water on there. So we could have had a real volcano if it had all caught fire. So, time up 12:15. So I'm calling it a day on this card because there's not much more to do. And it's not actually my cup of tea of doing a volcano. I think I've gone too far up with that. I'd need to crease it a lot more. This is all going to come apart after because I'm going to do something else with it. but it's okay. I prefer my one here. Prefer that volcano, of course. But yeah, I think this is okay. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, I'd say that the Mod Podge is it's taken a while to dry, but right, now I'm going to come back to my I thought something else as well while I was doing all that. Okay. Yeah, no, I can leave those bits to another day because we're bored to death now. Right, let's go back to this. Oh, I've got things on my computer I don't want. Oh, how does that happen then? Just bear with me a minute. Somehow got right. Okay, got it. Thanks, Maria. Right, let's get all this out of the way now. So I put this antique cream on, and now it's dry. It has to dry. I've got messy fingers, but as we all know, that was not letting stuff dry on there. You just put it out the way and go and carry on with something else. Right. Be off again now in a minute. So what I want on here now with this deco art, yes, deco art antique and cream. So we've got that there. Now what we do next is, I've got black under there, haven't I, and white under there, is take a damp cloth, not too damp, it's got a tiny bit there, very damp, just damp. Get it off this paper, it's nice paper. And then can we see? Let's come down a bit. There we go. And then we can just start rubbing it away. Yeah, it is coming away. Needs a little bit damper than I had it, but not, if it's too damp, you're going to take too much off before you want to. It doesn't cure this stuff, so you can always keep going until you want to go no more, but it does need I told you this, the bit I'd done here was crumbly. It was the very end of the pot and I hadn't put the top on. So you can I hope you see what I'm getting at. I mean, I could put more on that bit. If I do it on the black, we've got white underneath there, so I can just sort of this is only to show you. I'll show you what I've actually done it on something, a proper project. I don't know work, well, it does work with this. I don't use the wet wipe because yeah, it takes too much off. This wet wipe's a little bit dry now. So you can take as much as you want off. And what I can do with that, let me see, is this showing? I've taken a bit too much off because of the wet wipe. What you can do then, is put some Mod Podge on to seal it, or some varnish. I found Mod Podge did work. I did it quickly. I haven't played around with this a lot, but I will show you the one thing I did do. Once you varnish it, you can that'll seal it, so you won't be able to get any more off now. But what it means is you can put another coat of it on and start all over again. Well, not start all over again. Like if you wanted a little bit of black now on the blue, you can do that, which is what I might do. But this is one. You've seen a photograph of this, but that's the antique and cream on there. I used on there. As you can see, I used the blue and the black in bits on there. The underneath was white. So that's how they come up. So I don't know if that didn't show how it looks. It'll show it showed you how it worked. Okay, so for those that did enjoy that. I did a workshop a couple of weeks ago for beginners, and a couple of the people on there did actually enjoy it. It's this. I'm just letting you know that it's still, although the lives, I'm not doing them live anymore, obviously. The videos are all there. Some people used it to catch up. It's still available. You get the canvas, you get the image, you get a bigger canvas with a bigger image, so you can go away and play after. Oh, so you can go away and play after on your own. You do need structure paste. Having said that, you can use gesso. I wasn't going to do this, was I? Just to show you. Oops. Just a little bit. Get a. I'm going to use one of my best ones. Right. If you put it on thickly, you can get your own texture. In fact, this probably would have been a better idea for the thing. So you do have texture on there. So thick the gesso, you can get texture with it. Okay. So that is on my website if anybody wanted to try and do that. And now the real one is the workshop that's coming up. Oh, the weekend after next. We're going to be making. Lost it. We're going to be making this. Now the cover itself is mixed media, as you can see. Well, it's all mixed media because it's all different things. This is as simple as the bubble wrap today. The bits on there are gilding wax, but you don't even have to use that, okay? And then we've got a bit of material and bits and pieces. Yours don't have to be like that. But what the book's about is doing backgrounds and stamping on them with a gel plate. So if anybody's got a gel plate, don't know what how to use it or what have you, this is what we're doing. It's all about the backgrounds. You know, use your own stamps, but I'll go through some ideas. That is, there's links to that. I'll put a link to that in this. The other link I have put in here is the link to it's free. It's YouTube. I put the link to the original volcano-y thing I did. I put the link in how the stages of that, if anybody wanted to sort of go over to YouTube and have a look how to do the one I originally did. I can't go another hour. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Sue. Yeah, it would, yeah. The ultra thick gesso. I've never tried the ultra thick gesso. Well, I didn't try a lot of these things because I couldn't see the need for them or what they did. But test of your yeah, that's stuck. That has stuck now. You could pull it off, but it's could pull it, but it's stuck. Yeah, I've never used extra thick gesso. I've got so many things I want to use, but yeah. So no, Linda, we can't go for another hour. I'm over on the Junk Journals one tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Thanks, Beverly. Yeah, bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is brilliant for different bits and pieces, but I'd never thought of that before. Yeah, I'm over on Junk Journals tomorrow, and tomorrow evening at, I think I said 7, I'm in Sue's group, Sue Andrews, Magic Graphics. So I think a lot of you have already made your way over into the group. And if you do, have a look at Sue's mixed media thingy she did last night and Friday. It's this, there you are, Linda. I think you saw a lot of it, didn't you? It's about 10 hours long, so it's like a box set. I knew I was going to get you back. But yeah, if you pop over to there, then I'll see you there tomorrow night. Right. And as always, I've not a clue what I'm doing tomorrow night, but we'll come up with something. I'm thinking actually of doing something like these tags that I've done before, mixed media. You've got all different bits and pieces in there. So we'll just do that and see how it goes. So I'll see you all tomorrow. And thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, I do appreciate it because the numbers are going up now, and that's really good because it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you all, and night, Angeline.